Cool. Hi guys, welcome to Little Steps Live. Today we're at Malvern College Preschool in Hong Kong, and we're going to learn more about their new campus, their preschool campus that's opening later this year on Hong Kong Island. I'm very excited. So thank you for joining us. Just a couple of reminders before we get started. We go live every 2 weeks. And if it's difficult with the weeks flying by so fast, that a good way to get reminders for the events is on our Facebook page. There's an events category, and we've put all our events of what's coming up for Facebook Live on there. You can click interested, and then you'll get automated replies on your phone when we're actually gone live, because in our days we can't always remember, so it's a great reminder. We've also got a link in our description for our newsletters. These are free email newsletters. They are jam-packed full of amazing content to keep you in the know and on the go, as you know we like to do. So please sign up for our newsletters from Hong Kong to Singapore to KL, Jakarta, all the cities. And then finally, be sure to ask us any questions, interact with us, send us some love or any comments, and share the post as well. So thank you very much. So at Little Steps, you know, we thrive on being in the know of the latest school news. So when we heard about the Malvern College new preschool opening on the island in Hong Kong, we had to arrange a face-to-face interview to find out some more information and learn about this new architectural design of the campus and discuss, actually, we were talking earlier about the unique curriculum that's available. So we want to go into more detail on that, technology, nature. So we wanted to welcome Jacqueline. Knew I would do that. Jacqueline McNalty. So
Hello,
thank you. Welcome. Jacqueline is the founding principal here at Malvern College Preschool. And I was practicing the name, so I apologize that I did the pronunciation wrong. But she did say she answered to Jacqueline as well, so we're all good. So Jacqueline has actually got an amazing back history. She's been involved in school leadership with early childhood education for over 25 years. She's worked in Australia, the UK, China, Singapore, and now she's in Hong Kong. We're lucky to have her here. And she's actually published articles on several early childhood journals and played a key role in early childhood network groups from around the world. So we're really thrilled to have you, and I know Malvern are thrilled to have you too.
Thank you.
So I wondered if you could tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me. Very excited to be here. I'm very passionate about international education and bringing quality early years to pupils and families.
Yeah.
So in my 26 years, I've had the privilege of setting up 5 schools.
Oh my
A
goodness.
super big project in Singapore, and now working with Malvern College, opening the early years preschools here in Hong Kong.
I see why they got you. And you've been in Hong Kong, you were saying, for the last year and a half. How's it going?
Loving it. So 7.5 years in Singapore, and 4 years in Beijing, and 2 years in the UK, and then a big majority in Australia.
Okay.
But loving Hong Kong.
Yeah.
It's got beautiful forests, beautiful beaches, beautiful people, beautiful culture and cities. Beautiful weather.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little bit of winter, although it hasn't been that cold. But
it's been,
from Singapore, it's nice to have a bit of winter.
But compared to Beijing winter, this is wonderful.
It is.
So really enjoying it.
Oh, good. And I just wondered, with the new campus coming, like what excites you the most about the new campus on the island?
So excited. So we're opening this year in August in Sai Yin Pun, Connaught Road West.
Yeah.
Very, very excited. Beautiful spot. We're really excited to be offering what we have here in Kowloon that has done so well to our families and to more families on Hong Kong Island. So we're really excited about opening our beautiful facility, the open plan environment, looking at collaboration and inquiry. We are Reggio Emilia inspired, so we've got a beautiful, outstanding learning opportunity for the children. We're bilingual. We follow the early years foundation stage, which I know we'll talk about today.
Yeah.
We also have a world-leading forest school program.
I know.
So giving these opportunities to the pupils on Hong Kong Island, we're just absolutely thrilled about.
Yeah, so are we. So that's why we came to find out more. So we're actually going to split up today our interview with Jacqueline into 3 categories. We're going to touch on some more about the key features of the new campus. We'll talk about the unique curriculum, so we'll have more explanation into that's available at Malvern, and the importance of modernising education due to technology. I think that's going to be pretty cool too. So just a reminder to ask us any questions or share any comments along the way, or maybe just give us some love to let us know that you're out there. So going in to more details of the new campus, can you give us a brief overview of and background, I think, into Malvern College as well, just before we go any deeper?
So in my career, I've always followed Malvern College. It's a world-leading, world-famous school.
Yeah.
It has a 153-year history of excellence. We've produced 2 prime ministers and 4 Nobel Prize winners. So it's got the academic history. Yeah. We've had R.E. Foster, who's captained both rugby and cricket at the same time. He's an old Malverian. We've had C.S. Lewis, who wrote Narnia. So we've had some really famous people. So to have a world-leading school with the reputation and the track record is incredible, to give the Malvern vision and values and ethos to more pupils around the world. So we're a growing family of schools. We've got obviously Malvern UK in the town of Malvern as our big sister school, and then we have more in the family. We have Egypt, we have schools in China, we obviously have our school in Hong Kong, the preschools, and then we've got our big sister school that opened just 1 year ago at Tai Po, and it's an amazing school. So our family is growing. More countries, I'm sure, to come, which is really incredible. And we're just really proud to be offering the Malvern ethos to the pupils of Hong Kong, following the same mission, vision and values.
Perfect, cool. And for the new West Island campus, we were saying is in Siang Pun, what are the unique features of the campus?
Very, very exciting. So we're about 8,000 square feet, similar to the size we have in Kowloon.
Okay.
Beautiful open plan environment, inspired by Reggio Emilia, which is the environment is the third teacher.
Yeah.
That's really critical to us. We really look at outstanding environments.
Okay.
We want a warm, welcoming, supportive environment that's a home away from home for our pupils.
Yeah.
So beautiful, aesthetically beautiful environment with textures and features, calming natural colours, because we want to soothe the child as they come in, but also reference the Forest School program, which we have a world-leading Forest School program.
Oh, okay.
We have outstanding environmental areas, so we base the environment on the early years foundation stage curriculum, which comes to us from the UK.
Yeah.
It's a world-leading curriculum. We know it's got the reputation and the research behind it to show it's a rigorous curriculum, but it's holistically balanced, and that's really important. We offer a play-based approach to implement the learning outcomes of the early years foundation stage curriculum. Now, this curriculum is fantastic because it has prime and specific areas, which shows the balance. So we look at communication and language, we look at personal, social and emotional, we look at physical, but we also look at maths, at literacy, at understanding the world, and at the creativity and the aesthetics. So when you look at that as a package, it's a really balanced curriculum that develops children in different ways. And we know through the Reggio approach, children have 100 languages. Yeah. So it's really important. So cool. Yeah. We offer a multi-sensory experience. We have world-leading resources, unlimited resources, that we're always changing the learning environment, which is really key. Right. There are always provocations set up for the children, based on the early years foundation stage curriculum outcomes, but also based on the children's interest. We're very much driven on an individual child development and the individual child's learning style and interests. So the team, we've got a world-leading team. We're both sites are bilingual through the early years foundation stage, so native English teacher, native Mandarin teacher, unpacking these outcomes in a beautiful environment that is in a bilingual approach. Now the pupils also get opportunities to go once a fortnight to Forest School. We have 2 sites in Hong Kong. Very pleased, thrilled to be offering Forest School education. We have level 3 Forest School leader. We're a world leader in Hong Kong in Forest School education. And the pupils travel by bus with caregivers. We invite parents to come along with us and explore the great outdoors, but led by our level 3 Forest School leader and the teachers supporting. So it's just Amazing
can we go back
opportunities.
and do school again? Because
know.
like this was not happening for us when we were younger. It's amazing.
So a credit, we're almost at full capacity now, 1.5 years at Kowloon.
Okay.
And I do credit, yes, it's beautiful environment, yes, it's fantastic facilities, a world-leading holistic curriculum,
Yeah.
but excellent teachers, and we've got
Make it.
really supportive families that have spread the word about our school,
Yeah.
which we do thank sincerely. And we've got just beautiful pupils, and
Oh,
that working together with a strong management team, our family network of schools,
Yeah.
who all work together. So our Malvern College schools are very true to our mission, vision and values. We're very true to Malvern College UK.
Yeah.
I think that's an incredible difference too.
Cool. And what I was going to ask is, how do you believe that some of the unique materials that are going to be used, when you were saying about like bringing the outside in and being the third teacher, how are they important for children?
Very, very important. When we do look through the Reggio Emilia approach that the environment is the third teacher, we do focus a lot on the resources, the play equipment we use are really the tools for children to learn.
Okay.
We introduce a concept or a learning outcome from the early years foundation stage curriculum to the pupils. The teachers have their core time on the mat time, input time, but then they consolidate and really investigate those concepts through the environment, through the learning areas, and through the resources we have. Now we have a wide variety of resources that are aesthetically pleasing, but they're also tools to learning. The children can learn through multisensory approaches, and we're always changing these resources so the children come skipping, running into school.
Yeah, we saw that.
And they're just so eager to learn, and well, what's over here today and what's over here? Oh, this is
like
new and this is great.
Yeah.
And we call them provocations or invitations to play and to learning. So it's a play-based approach, but it's also quite strategic in that there's a learning intention through every resource. We're quite intentional as well as what we set out, but we're also in tune to the child's interest and level of ability. So we're scaffolding and we differentiate as well. So resources are key, and we're very well resourced.
So if we've got time at the end, we will do a little bit of a 360 view of the space. We're at the Kowloon campus at the moment, and we can bring some of that to life, actually, about how the provocation can be set up, how the kids can engage. So hopefully we'll do that a little bit later. What will be the capacity of the new school?
So the new school, this site in Kowloon, we're at almost full capacity of about 230.
Okay.
The Island West site, and it's 8,000 square feet. Wonderful big space. We're looking at about 250 pupils. From pre-nursery to K2. We will also be offering playgroup as well. So we really, and we have different options for different parents as well, being we have half-day sessions, but a parent might choose, I'm a career-loving parent with 2 boys, and a career-loving parent or any parent might choose to subscribe to AM and PM session, thus giving more flexibility to our families. But 250 pupils in an 8,000 square feet space, really wonderful.
I can't wait to see it. We've actually got some imagery of the new campus, so we could put that up as well to just to have a look at. I think that's going up on the screen. When are the doors opening? You said August
2019, and we welcome people to come along. Come to our preschool here in Kowloon
and see.
Come for a tour, walk it, see it. You can subscribe to Malvern Meets, which are on our Facebook and our website page. We have an open day coming very soon on Saturday the 23rd of February from 1 to 4. We would love parents to come in, but at any time if parents want a tour, we're more than happy to.
Admissions are open before the door. I can't wait to see when those doors are open. We'll be there. So just to remind you, you're watching Little Steps Live. We're learning more about Malvern College Preschool in Hong Kong and the new campus. Please ask any questions or send us some love. Next up, we're just going to go a little bit deeper into the unique curriculum that is available here at Malvern. We've touched on it a little bit, but I just want to go into more detail because it's pretty cool. And we'll finish off with the importance of modernising education due to technology. So let's move on. Firstly, can you tell us a little bit more about the curriculum of choice at Malvern College Preschool?
So we follow the Early Years Foundation Stage curriculum, or EYFS. It is a rigorous curriculum. It's been trialled in many countries, not just the UK, for many, many years, and it's research backed. So why it does so well, I believe, it is play based, but it's also holistically balanced. So we're looking at all areas of learning, prime and specific, working together.
What's prime and
prime are really, it's the building blocks. So the prime areas are really the foundation for successful learning. So we look at personal, social and emotional, which we know when you're 2, 3, 4 and 5. So important to build positive self-worth, self-concept, managing feelings, managing relationships. So critical that is the foundation, because we know when children feel happy and confident and safe and supported, they can reach their optimal level and achieve in school. So we really do start there. Communication and language is really important, which is not just reading, writing, speaking and listening. It is communicating in different ways, but building that up, and our 2-year-olds that come in might need a bit more support, and remembering we're bilingual, so we're looking at all these areas both in English and in Mandarin, which is really exciting. We also look at physical as a core, because we want children, again, we're looking at gross motor skills of running, balancing, and then fine motor, because before they can even do writing, they need to develop their fine motor skills through Play-Doh, through threading. So we give them that core foundation, and then a little bit above that. So we focus a lot on the core areas, the prime areas, especially for the 2 to 3s. We do touch on the specific areas, but for our 2-year-olds, there's a lot of focus on the prime. And then the specific areas, we're looking at literacy, again, reading, writing, speaking, listening. We're looking at, we do phonemic awareness. We're looking at a love of books, a love of reading, and that's scaffolded up, depending if you're in K2, you're 4 to 5, K1, you're 3 to 4. So we differentiate as well, which is why the early years foundation stage curriculum is so good, because there's learning outcomes for each level. We're looking at mathematics, as I said before, understanding the world. We're looking at technology, the science, what I would call the science concepts, and then creativity, creative arts and design. So you're looking at creativity using your imagination, and all of that is an inquiry approach. So critical thinking, communication, creativity, they're embedded in all of the early years foundation stage. So the play-based learning is the vehicle by which we reach these outcomes. And we know play is the work of the child, which is so important, but learning is enjoyable. Play is multisensory. They're learning all the time, and we're reaching these wonderful academic outcomes, but we're also building happy, confident, secure pupils. We're building a love of the arts, the physical development. It's just a wonderful, wonderful program. Tied that in, we're quite unique in that we're offering the early years foundation stage in a bilingual approach with fantastic educators. That's a big point of difference for us. We only hire the best educators who are native English, native Mandarin, but they were just incredible educators. And with our 150-year history of excellence, we have the top educators are pouring in to work with us. But we're quite different as well, because we've got the Reggio Emilia approach, which has the environment and resources and thoughtful. We really give a lot of thought about what we put out as provocations for the children, looking at the environment, and then on top of that with the Forest School program, where they can go out to nature. It's the perfect balance, and it is my dream school. When you look at world-leading schools,
too, I'm like,
it is. It's the best of everything, and it all works together.
Perfect. And then you're one of the few preschools in Hong Kong that have successfully incorporated technology and nature, and we've been touching on the Forest School into the curriculum. So how do you achieve that balance, and why do you feel that those areas are so important?
Well, we do look at technology when we look at understanding the world, which is one of the specific areas for the early years foundation stage. A strand of that is technology. So there are technology early learning goals that we're teaching and scaffolding towards. So it's important. We do recognise they're digital citizens of today, as well as they're citizens of technology in the future, and we know the rate of technology occurring at the moment. It's our responsibility to really introduce that, but we are careful with technology. We always have the framework. How can we use technology as a tool to enhance teaching and learning? So we're very strategic and specific with it. you'll see as we tour, we've got world-leading interactive whiteboards. We've got Zenbo, our robot, which I have to credit our CEO, Miss Jacqueline So. She really is a visionary and brought the robotics program to us, knowing that this is the world of today, really, and the world of tomorrow. So we have our own Malvern College Preschool robot called Zenbo.
That is so cool.
Zenbo is fantastic. He's bilingual, so he will,
of course he is.
he can work with the children in English or Mandarin and tell stories. That's really helped our technology goals, because the children are now, the pupils are really involved with programming him. He can be commanded by voice activation, so that has led to an interest in coding with the children. How can we program him, which has led to an interest in Bebop coding, which is the beginning of coding, and looking at how can we incorporate their ideas with Zenbo. So the children's ideas have gone to the robotics team that we're working with, and now we're incorporating facial recognition. So and this is awesome. Zenbo can currently track and follow the pupils, the voice commands. He comes out to assembly, he goes to classes. It really is so exciting.
That is so cool.
The way of the future. But again, we are careful with technology. How can we use technology carefully as a tool to enhance teaching and learning?
Right.
And you're right, we do balance that with the nature, because and again, we're holistically balanced. So we have the forest school where pupils go 1 day per fortnight out to nature with their families, with their caregiver, and they're really immersed in nature, and they're learning through forest school. So areas
I think
of...
we need a Facebook Live forest school adventure.
We would love to. We're doing it. We've been doing it for 1.5 years. We have a world-leading forest school practice. We've got a program in place. We've got a world-leading forest school leader. We've got two incredible sites in Hong Kong that have a beach, a woodland. We have an organic farm. We're growing vegetables with the pupils. They come back every week and watch them. We have a goat. We have a rabbit. The beach area is incredible. There are so many beautiful areas in Hong Kong.
I know.
But the benefit of having forest school is we're hearing from our parents pouring in. Yes, they want our mission, vision and values. They've heard about our world-leading reputation from parents who are really happy with us. But they also say forest school because they're in an urban environment. They don't take their children, and I'm guilty with my 2 boys, don't take their children out enough to these beautiful areas. We help with that. We're taking children out 1 day per fortnight and giving them that forest school experience where they're cooking food by the fire. They're investigating ecosystems. They're learning science concepts of the water cycle, mini bees. I could go on and on. But
I remember taking my kids on a holiday when they were really young, and they freaked out when they saw a swarm of ants, and I was like, okay, this is the problem in the urban life. It's I need to get out to nature. This is crazy. They're actually not seeing these simple things, right? It's what's so stunning.
So they're connecting to nature, and they're learning about nature, and these are the future adults of the world that will have to help us solve big problems. But if they're brought up to learn about nature and care for nature, we're really helping set up a good future for our pupils, because we will need the problem solvers and the people that can solve.
And that passion to make that happen by being and seeing it and seeing where some of the issues are occurring, and then wanting to make that change. That is so cool. We've touched on, because I was going to ask you more about the forest school and why it's so important. I think we know why it's so important, so it's correct. I just wondered if you could tell us a bit about your life education.
Very important. Again, we want our pupils to be safe, happy, confident, to be the best they can be. And we really do have to, when they're 2 and 3, 4 and 5, we have to model that. We have to encourage it. We have to teach it. It is one of the prime areas for the early years foundation stage, personal, social and emotional. So there's a lot of work we do there. Supporting that. We have the 11 Malvern College qualities, which are key. That's consistent to every Malvern College school. So there's 11 qualities. For example, we have kindness. So we teach and model that, and we have 1 quality focus per month. And we illustrate that at assembly with our 2, 3, 4 and 5-year-olds. What does that look like? What does that sound like? We have songs, we have stories that demonstrate that quality. So kindness, collaboration, integrity is integral. So we're building the social, emotional character development through these avenues. but we're absolutely thrilled to announce we're the first kindergarten in Hong Kong to have a specific partnership with Story Mummy. Now, Story Mummy is a very rich and strong program in character development for children. So we have a strong partnership with Story Mummy, and we'll be incorporating her stories in Mandarin. And she's written some lovely stories that connect with young children and model and teach young children, well, how to be a friend, how to keep a friend, how to share, how to take turns. Because it's not always easy when you're me. We have to help and scaffold, and positive reinforcement is key. Yeah. So Story Mummy in Mandarin, these wonderful stories are going to be another part of our program to develop these wonderful people.
It's like stunning. So this is why I was excited to learn more about the unique, because it is so unique. Like we've spoken about now, the curriculum is really amazing. So thank you for telling us more about it. So just a reminder that you're watching Little Steps Live. I'm here with Jacqueline McNalty, who's the founding principal at Malvern College Preschool here in Hong Kong. And we were learning more about their new campus that is opening in August on the island, in the west of the island. We're here at their Kowloon campus, just getting all the insights and learning a bit more about the curriculum. But I wanted to wrap up the interview today by covering the importance of modernizing education due to technology. So please make sure to ask us any questions or share any comments. But yeah, this one is, we kind of like touched on it a little bit. It's really interesting, but obviously with the rapid technological and societal changes in the century, like how do you feel that Malvern focuses on modernizing their education to stay aligned or to keep up?
Well, it's really important. I think we know, I was watching Jack Ma on a TED Talk recently about education. We know the rate of technology, and with knowledge and facts, that robots will be probably replacing some jobs with those factual knowledge-based tasks. So it's really important we have an inquiry-based curriculum, which the early years foundation stage is, and our big sister school, Malvern College Hong Kong in Tai Po, has an inquiry pedagogy as well with the IB. So we're teaching children to think about that knowledge, to apply that knowledge, to be creative with that knowledge, to use imagination. These skills are going to be critical. They're critical now. So critical. They're transferable, but they're going to be what sets us apart in the future. And looking at care, concern for others, the beauty of creativity, of the arts, of music, of paintings, that is something that's really important for the future. And I can't stress enough, thinking about thinking, having a passion for learning and a love of learning, not rote learning facts and figures, but critical thinking, creativity, imagination. That will be transferable in the future, and that's what we're teaching at Malvern College Hong Kong.
Yeah, so true and so important, right? Even I think right now with the kind of the adults and this, approaching this new century with these changes with robotics, I think along the psychological side of things is going to be super interesting.
Very interesting. So we're ahead of we're ahead of the curve with technology, and the robotics program is an example of that. Yeah. But we're also wanting to be forward thinking with teaching about thinking, and we use, for example, we use visible thinking routines from Harvard with our pupils. Okay. So teaching them to think about their thinking, metacognition, imagination, and the play-based approach, which is inquiry in its essence. In its own, yeah. Having children, we recognise children have 100 languages, different learning styles, and their multisensory investigation really is teaching them a way of learning and a love of learning that I think will set them in good stead for the future.
Perfect. And I wondered if you could tell us a little bit more again about the robotics program. I know we touched on it in the curriculum, but you've got a Malvern robot.
We have Zembo, our robot, which is incredible. He is bilingual. We're looking at, he's incorporated in our early years foundation stage in all areas.
That's amazing.
Telling the pupils' stories in English and in Mandarin. Yeah. But what's really exciting is the way the pupils are thinking about Zenbo and wanting at 2, 3, 4 and 5, how could we change him? How could we make him move? Which has really stemmed an interest in programming, in coding, and then infusing their ideas with the robotics team. I mean, that's action in its best essence. Yeah. That pupils are having a say and thinking about, well, how could he move a bit better? What else could we do?
Yeah.
And now the facial recognition, where he can track and recognize emotions, is coming, and we're just so thrilled to be at the forefront of education in that particular area, well, in all areas, but that's a very exciting development for us.
That is. And I just wanted like a more broader picture question of your thoughts on the state of education and I suppose the workplace with this like technological changes happening so quickly in like the next 20 years. Like, how do you feel?
Again, that brings me back to Jack Ma, who was has some really thought-provoking items that resonated with my team. We all had a bit of a talk about it. Looking at the rate of education, if we do know education's changing, we do know the rate of technology, but those core fundamentals stay true, and that's what I believe. We're teaching children about loving learning. We're teaching children to think about their thinking. This knowledge is great. It's wide, it's vast, but what can we do with that knowledge? How do we apply that knowledge? How do we analyze that knowledge? How do we think about that knowledge? How do we create new and better things using our imagination and our knowledge, what we've gained? How do we collaborate? And that's key to we have an open plan learning environment here, which is always facilitating 21st century learning skills, collaboration, inquiry, critical thinking. So we're very lucky with our innovative learning environment here. We're already helping scaffold the future of the workplace, which is really when I look at the workplace of today, you're not just working in isolation anymore. You're working with a team, a small team. You might be working with a bigger team. You might be working in a multi-age area. You might be working remotely with people all over the world. So we're teaching already.
And even like open planned offices in comparison to the old days.
It's really interesting, and that change in the environment and the skills it facilitates really sets up 21st century learning, which we want to encourage because it is going to put our pupils in good stead for the future. They will be the critical thinkers. They will be the ones who are collaborating so well because they've had so much experience. So that's incredible.
Awesome. So I just wondered if there were any questions that had come through from anyone. Okay, sorry. We hopefully get some time to go and have a little tour outside. So when is the new school open for enrolment? So I know we touched on it earlier, but...
Okay, enrollments are open now, so you just go to our website page. There's a link. Everything's done online. It's so easy. And the admission enrollments team are happy. They'll call within 24 hours. They'll connect, and any questions can be answered very speedily. We do have Malvern Meets where parents can come and listen more about our curriculum. They can see a video of the Forest School in action. They can talk to the team, ask any questions. They can tour the preschool site after the Malvern Meet.
Perfect.
And really see our beautiful learning environment. So we encourage that, but enrollments are open now.
They're open now. And they also actually asked was a really good question about how to see the new campus. So like open houses, how does that work, and do you have
we do
open houses?
So we've got
a
wonderful open house in this campus on Saturday the 23rd of February from 1 to 4. It's on our Facebook page. We'll
add the info into the description.
We'd love parents and families, anyone interested to come along. They can experience the early years foundation stage curriculum. We're also tying in with World Book Week, so they can travel around the preschool, link it to a book and an associated early years foundation stage play-based activity. Have a lot of fun with their families. Collect stamps as they go around the preschool.
Cute.
And then also visit the sandpit, visit the dramatic play hut, visit the learning kitchen. We have a learning kitchen as well. Visit a Forest School leader will be here to talk to parents. And then they get a lovely little, I can't give too much away, but there's a lovely little souvenir to take away. And there's going to be some food available. And it's going to be just a wonderful day to meet the team. And talk to our educators, talk to our founding parents who have been with us now for 2 years. I think that's the best testimonial.
Way. I agree.
Talk to the parents. What do you love about the school? What's working well? And we're very open to have people do that.
It's so quick and easy to get you, especially from the west of the island. If you are coming, it's like through the Western Tunnel is like 12 minutes.
And a
so
5-minute walk from Enrollments now with the overhead
bridge.
And a wonderful car park, very big undercover car park right underneath.
No excuses. February the 23rd. We'll put the information into the description. And then I think we've got time. What we'll do is, while we just shuffle away with our mics to move, we just want to do a quick 360. We'll put a screensaver up of the new campus, and then Jacqueline and I will just shimmy on out. So just bear with us as we move. I forgot my shoes on. I almost put on them. All right, so stay with us. Jacqueline, I'll give you that microphone.
Okay.
And then I'll
we travel with this
one.
Wow.
We'll travel. We'll follow you. Cool. Yeah. So we can go portable. I think this is a really great way for us to bring to life what all the things that Jacqueline has been talking to us about in the curriculum, as well as just the environment. So the open plan space of the environment, the materials that are used, it's just stunning. And see some of the kids in action.
So this room in particular, we have a music educator, so the children have professional music lessons. Divine. So it's fantastic. We can shut the door and they can come in and play the drums or the piano and have their instrumental and singing lessons.
Awesome.
We also use this room for yoga and perceptual motor as well. So we have the interactive whiteboard. We bring out all the yoga mats, and we're doing brain gym as well, connecting the left and right side of the brain. And brain gym is really important.
Okay,
very
cool. Let's go through. So obviously there'll be a little background noise, which would be expected. But I can already see some dress-up themes going on. But let's just have a quick little look through.
Summer children are having a bit of a transition time with their snack.
Oh, so we've got snack time.
This is our afternoon group having a bit of snack.
And let me keep walking through here.
We'll go around.
Oh my God! Look at this cutie with his pilot hat on. Oh, he's a police hat. Sorry.
Some children over here working with Laoshe, doing some work. Oh.
So they're working one-on-one here.
So you'll see the use of the natural materials.
Yes, that's what I wanted to show.
Yeah. With the whatever we can do, we try to incorporate the natural resources, natural materials, or soften the plastic with the woven baskets. Okay. This is a wonderful area.
But we're a bit loud. Okay.
This is a wonderful area where we have our assemblies. This is Bella. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Bella.
How are you?
We love the pinafore outfit. It's so gorgeous. The uniforms are stunning. So let's just do a quick walk through here, and you can see some of the areas.
The dramatic play hut.
Yeah, so the dramatic play hut, which looks stunning.
And the children wanted to turn this area into a shop. So we've been using a lot of maths, language, writing their own shopping lists, weighing the produce, and writing receipts and using money as well. So really much learning.
I love that. They asked for it and they got
it. They asked for it. So we're always using the children's interest in our inquiry approach.
Best way, right, to get the best ideas. So you can see I love how it's separated all into.
So we've got a specific area for art and craft. Like in a Reggio Emilia, it would be an atelier, but we're not in Reggio, but we're inspired by Reggio Emilia. So we have the beautiful aesthetic where the paints are, and children can come and get the tools they need for their creations as well.
Like when we were speaking about the curriculum, how things are placed out to provoke for the kids to come and explore, see the glitter, see the glue.
And so invitations to play, and this has changed all the time. So we'll listen to the children, we'll talk as a team about our learning outcomes, and then we'll set up provocations at all time. And they'll be in English and in Mandarin.
Oh, and we have a princess here who's doing
We do. Oh, we're getting ready. Valentine's Day.
Look at this one.
So let's have a look. Oh, so this is our pre-writing, mark making, and it's showing a love of literacy as well.
Hi.
Making cards. Oh, and we have a bride.
And we have the bride, or the princess bride.
So developing their fine motor control, but also personal, social, emotional, showing our families how much we love them. It's really important.
I love that. The best way to celebrate Valentine's through the kids. Awesome. And then there's a sand pit here.
The sand pit is one of we've got lots of lovely areas, but this is a particular favourite where they're learning about maths, capacity, full, half full and empty. They're developing their physical skills of digging, sharing and taking turns. The possibilities are unlimited, and it's one of our very popular areas that they just love.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's so inviting. And also the really large windows.
Beautiful natural light.
Really great natural light that comes through all the way along.
Flooding in, and it does make a difference. And you can see some photos of our pupils in Forest School here.
From the Forest School pics.
So this is our, we always put displays, we make learning visible to our parents, so and they can see what we're doing and the learning outcomes related to each experience area. So the pupils have created a little capacity measuring area here. Okay. So a water tray.
I love it. This is so cool, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. Jacqueline, thank you so much for your time today. It's really been a pleasure to learn more. And we're super excited for the new campus. I can't believe it. Island West opening in August. Enrollments are open. We've got open house details on February the 23rd. So we'll share those details with you. If you've got any other questions that you'd like Jacqueline to answer, please just let us know, because we'll take them up with her and reply to you at any time. I just wanted to say thanks again for joining us. A reminder that we'll be going live on February the 27th. I am very excited. We'll be with Anuja to talk about financial education with kids. So I can't wait for the interview to learn more about ways to save, kids' bank accounts, allowances, like when we get to that stage, what that can look like, some really great tips and advice from her. So follow us on Facebook, see our events. You can click interested to be reminded straight to your phone. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining us today, and we're out from Hong Kong.